This week on the podcast, we sit down and try to explain the darkest movie ever made, 2007's Alien vs. Predator Requiem. Come join us, will you? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Dissect That Film, where we dissect your favorite films, film franchises, and TV. Today, on episode 95 of the podcast, we are talking about the 2007 sequel to Alien vs. Predator, Alien vs. Predator Requiem.
What came after?
I don't know. Hold on.
The town was completely overrun. What's the Army's evacuation plan?
Everyone, cut the back.
There's an airlift in 30 minutes.
The colonel was lying. The Army thinks about containment first. If I'm right,
We're all dead. Fuck you!
I am your host, Brett Parker. Joining me, as always, are my wonderful co-hosts, Dan and Angela of DNA Gaming.
They can't see that.
I
Gotta
did.
make sure I
Hello.
clap right
How's it
into the
going?
mic. I want them
Yeah.
to hear the clapping.
Yeah.
Hello.
You should have it recorded. Have it recorded and just hit the button and play it.
It's more genuine when I actually do when I actually clap.
It's true. It is.
Yeah. So we are 6 weeks into our journey through the Alien franchise. As again, we shall state, a lot of people don't think this is part of the Alien franchise, as it kind of sits on its own timeline, which this movie does not help. This movie
Right.
takes that timeline and just pukes it out.
Absolutely.
But yeah, this is a movie I've been dreading to cover because I've only seen it once and have never heard anything good about it. So, but here we are. We asked you guys if you wanted us to cover these movies, so don't be mad at us that we're covering these movies.
Yeah. Don't be mad. Be glad. Or get
Don't-
glad.
Get glad.
The bags, right?
So, Dan, you're going to start this week.
Oh.
What did you think of Alien vs. Predator Requiem?
Okay. First off, after we set the tone for the film, we turned it on. Precautionary. Turned all the lights on. Put on our night vision goggles.
But turned all the lights on.
Off.
Yeah.
Not on. Put our night vision goggles on so we could see the movie. In fact, if you turn them on, it would make everything brighter.
Mm.
So maybe that's better. So anyway. So truth be told, I have seen this movie a long time ago. With me grandmother. I don't remember when. Sometime after it came out. I can't recall. Whatever. I like this movie. I genuinely enjoy this movie. I would say I like this movie better than the original one.
I have to agree with you, and it doesn't take much because some of the Alien vs Predator just did not age well.
Fair. But here's my points. Okay, first off was just the characters are like CW tier characters. Like no, they're just there. Like they do a passable job. There's not really a standout character, but that's not why I watched this movie. This movie felt more important, more about the aliens and predators, but as it should, than the people in it, like the first AVP did. Massive pro is the Predator actually looks like the original Predator, not a football player. I love the way the Predator looks in this. I know it's not the actual alien race. I mentioned this before. It's like Yatuja or whatever. I don't know how to say it, but or however you pronounce the race, whatever. Anyway, I like that. It's whatever. I love the Predalien. I think it's a great fucking concept.
Right.
What?
You gotta say it right.
I'm not saying it right. That's all I'm saying. You say it the way you want it, right?
It's a Predalien, isn't it?
I call it Alien.
Pralien.
And then was turned into like Pringles and what was the
Pralines
pralines and whatever. We're running with it. But anyhow, the biggest knock against it as far as it creates, I didn't really care as much for how the regular xenomorphs looked. They kind of started straying a little bit too far from like the HR Giger design. It almost looked like just like a 2000s metal band design. The xenomorphs, like it started noticing dramatic changes in the shape of the heads.
Yeah, so
regular.
They look.
Yeah, go ahead.
It looks like a blend between what you get in Alien and then what you get in Aliens, because like the Aliens xenomorphs had like the mesh design on the top of their head where it wasn't like the smooth clean look. It like had like a grid look to it.
Yeah,
it like armor.
It was even like the side of the head. It was more like
I don't know, Dan. I don't know how you could tell what the aliens looked like when you can't see anything in this movie.
Well, we didn't have that problem. Like it's a dark movie. Don't get me wrong. It is dark. It is like almost Godzilla 2014 levels dark on the Blu-ray, or it's just a dark movie, right? We turned all the lights off. I didn't.
The wrong filter. When
they did. Like they're like.
Oh, I got a reason why. I got the reason why this movie is the way it is.
Okay, that's fair. My mind is somebody's like, well, the other movie was too bright. Let's turn it down to dark. You know, when you play a video game for the first time, it's like set the brightness. Make sure you can barely see the object on the left. Like, let's barely see the object on the right. Like, let's just make it dark as fuck. But that being said, I didn't have you'll probably cover this. I didn't have a problem seeing anything. It was dark, but I didn't have a problem seeing anything. I had all the lights off. I never adjusted the brightness on our TV. It was at $3.99 Blu-ray. Had no issues watching it. Like I said, I don't feel I missed anything. The practical effects were good. The CGI was a little dodgy at times, but that's whatever. But I like the practical effects. I like you got to see the Predator do its thing and hunt and track, and there was some weird shit in it, and it wasn't afraid who that got fucking killed in this movie, and they were just knocking motherfuckers off left and right. I like how ruthless the movie was, and at times it felt more like a horror movie than the last movie. Like I said, I don't really give a fuck about the people in the movie, all right? I just enjoy this movie for the predators and the aliens. I really liked it. I liked the main predator. I just loved it. I thought it was good. I really enjoy. I'm not like, nothing like stupendous, but like comparing the two, I really enjoyed this movie. I could rant, so
you could rant.
I could. Go ahead.
Well, don't rant. I liked it too. This was my first time watching it. I didn't have any. After we turned all the lights out, like we had to literally sit in the dark.
Yeah. Every light.
See, that's a problem.
It is a problem.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, we did it. We did it as a precaution. Like, let's just turn everything off, just in case.
We started turning the lights off, and then we had like our kitchen light on. And I was like, no, I got it, because it put a glare right in the middle of our TV. And I was like, can't see anything. So, but I have problems with that anyways. But once I turned all the lights off, I didn't have. But yeah, it was definitely like, why is it so dark? It's like they're in the middle of town and it's dark. You can tell it's darker than it's supposed to be. But it's
rough.
What a bright sunny morning, and it's just like a giant plane.
Yeah, like during the day, like why does it look like this?
It's the from Independence Day when the mothership is it's covering the sun.
The movie felt really nihilistic as well. Not quite like as much like the first and the third movie, but it just had that little bit of that vibe to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he said, I enjoyed the way the Predator looked, the Pralien, as I call it.
I need to talk about when we get into that. I have things to say.
Like we have still shot of the Predator with the spear
From the end of the movie.
and it just looks good.
That
like all the details, I just looked. I mean, what you can see, but I mean, you're not supposed to.
This was like intentionally like
It's
this was like
intentionally
posed.
silhouetted,
Yeah.
but you can see all the detail that they went in with.
It's a good suit.
It's a good suit. I liked it, and like he said, it doesn't look like I said a hockey player.
Yeah.
I mean, this one looks definitely more agile.
It's like
more agile than.
It's like the Goombas from the Super Mario Brother movie.
Yes.
How the Predators looked in the last movie.
Yes. But yeah, definitely worth the watch. Like this one better than the last one, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Well,
Stick to your guns, damn it. That's just kidding.
when they come. So I was going into this thinking, they should have stopped,
3 movies ago? Or?
Yeah. Stop. Like, don't keep going with it. And then I'm like, okay, no, I really enjoyed it. Liked it. So.
All right. Are you guys ready for what I'm about to say about this movie?
Oh, I think we know what you're about to say.
Listen, Dan did state that that you like this one better than the first. Well, actually, you both said that you like this one, but to be honest, I feel like they're both on the same. They're both like. There's no way I could rate this one higher than the older one because I could actually see the other movie. This movie is so unnecessarily dark. And yes, I know this movie, anytime anyone talks about this movie, reviews this movie, whatever, they're going to talk about how dark it is. And it's true. This movie is shot so stupidly dark. It takes me out of it. It just like, what the fuck am I looking at? What am I watching? The Predator design is fantastic. They took that garbage design from AVP. They finally fixed it. He looks like the Predator that we've seen in Predator and Predator 2. But I couldn't see him do anything. The same with the xenomorphs. All of the practical effects. I mean, listen, Tom Woodruff Jr. and Alec Gillis were back to do all of the effects for this movie. So of course they're going to look good. But I can't see the Pred Alien. It's a really cool design. Could not see it doing anything.
You need to fix your TV.
No, I shouldn't have to do that. I shouldn't have to adjust to watch a movie. Listen, the cinematographer, which we've talked about him on the show before, was Daniel Pearl, who was the cinematographer for the 1974 and the 2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Friday the 13th from 2009. So
that explains a lot.
He stated the reason the movie is the reason he shot the movie the way that he did was because he really wanted to keep the Predator and he wanted to keep all the creatures in the shadows. Like he didn't want them to be like, because he stated that the way that they were shot in the previous AVP was like they were just shown in bright like backgrounds, like they were just there and it just looked off, which I can agree, but I feel like you could have lit certain scenes better. Like the way, like, of course he kind of fixes it with Friday the 13th in 2009 because there was like, you have the shot where he's at the camp and the two characters are hiding behind the canoes and Jason is just being lit by the lamps, like by there's no other lights. But like the final scene of this movie, you can't see anything. I can't see what's happening. It's probably a cool fight scene. I can't see it though.
It's a cool fight scene.
Yeah, I bet it is. I bet it is. Like, I don't know what to tell you, but this movie is, and the characters are just fucking terrible. Like the characters in AVP are not great, but I felt like I liked a couple of them. I liked the final character there. I couldn't remember her name, but she was fine. And, you know, and then the guy that she was with up until the end. And of course, who doesn't like Lance Hendrickson, even though he was sleepwalking through that movie?
Yeah.
But these characters just suck. And like, they're just so, like, I don't care about any of them. They're all just hey guy, here's this guy. He was in jail. How many times have we seen this where it's a guy coming back to his hometown after being in jail? He meets up with a good buddy who's now in law enforcement, goes nowhere. It literally, that plot point goes nowhere.
I don't think any of these plot points really
these
go
characters
anywhere.
are just poorly written. No one gives a shit. You just want to see you want to see the xenomorphs and the Predator fight, do some cool things, which I guess it happens. Like, I couldn't see any of it. So yeah, this movie is just not good. It's not good. The writing is just bad. And unfortunately, the really cool effects that there was on the screen, you couldn't see it unless, of course, you turn your lights off completely. You watch it in pitch black, so you could see at least some silhouettes of something.
Okay, hold on. There were more than some silhouettes. I had no problem seeing stuff. It was good.
I have terrible vision.
Yeah, so you all of you are to blame. I don't know. It is I do not disagree. This movie is not shot well. I'm surprised. I know they're not going to take the time because nobody gives a shit about this movie. No. In like 20 years, when somebody's like, "Hey, I don't know, Vinegar Syndrome or some shit, will do some restoration and brighten the fucking movie up," then you'll be able to properly watch it. But as of right now, no. Like, I get it, but like, if you want to, just remember going in. If you're like, "Oh, I'm curious, I need to see this," literally just shut your fucking lights off. We never adjusted our TV. Like I said, we did not adjust the brightness. I had the remote ready. I was like, if I can't see this bitch, because it's been a long time, and I don't remember having a problem when I was younger watching it, but my memory's shit. But just keep that in mind. But I don't disagree with you. It was very dark.
It was easier to watch this one than it was Godzilla.
2014?
Yeah.
I thought that one was lit well. I thought that the way that they lit that movie was great. Like, it was dark, but it's not this dark. Like, this is every scene. There is no point, even when it's, like we stated, even when it's daytime, it's dark. And you're like, what is happening? Is there always a shadow over everyone? Did he just turn the contrast down so much? And just be like, this looks good. It looked like shit.
Dude, you left the lens cap on. No, this is fine. And then when it's bright, when it's supposed to be bright, like there's a few shots where there's like a light, like a bright light in the back. It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Because the light's bright, supposed to be bright, but like everything else around it.
It's like the scene in the one Godzilla movie where they're on the boat and it's supposed to be nighttime out and you can tell it's daytime and they have the filter over it.
Mechagodzilla.
Yeah. I'm like, it's daytime.
It's like fucking Cruel Jaws.
They're trying to make it nighttime.
I thought I heard Godzilla just now.
It's like it's like Cruel Jaws when they use that blue filter to make it look like it was nighttime.
That's it. It's like that.
I don't know, man. This movie, I don't know. There's just so many things they could have changed to make it better. I know there was somewhat of a decent, creature feature under there, like there was cool fights. I guarantee it. Like I said, I couldn't see most of it. So, so this movie was directed by the Strauss brothers, or the brothers Strauss. They started off as music video directors. Shocking. And they actually directed Linkin Park's Crawling video.
Oh, that's first video.
That was their first
song I heard by them.
That was actually their very first music video that they directed.
Very good.
They are also big in visual effects. I looked it up. They did some visual effects on 300, the X-Men: The Last Stand, Fantastic Four, T3, Terminator 3, which we've talked about on the show.
They did the tits.
Oh my god! Hey, they directed a God of War commercial. I appreciate that.
Really interesting.
Yeah. But their last movie they directed was Skyline in 2010, which was a weird alien invasion movie.
I remember hearing about it.
I think I saw it once. Could not tell you what it was about, what happens in it. But yeah, so the writer was Shane Salerno, who is one of the writers for Avatar 2.
Really?
Yeah. And Armageddon.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, please tell me he wrote the animal cracker scene. Son of a
So yeah,
bitch.
he's actually writing. He helped write the he's going to be co-writing all of the Avatar movies, which I guess they all have names now.
Do they?
Yeah.
Do we care?
We have,
you might care.
We
I
have
don't
Avatar, the Seed Bearer in 2024, Avatar, the Tolkien Rider in 2026, and Avatar, the Quest for Iwa in 2028.
I was hoping it was going to be the quest for more money.
I mean,
somebody's going to get that reference. But anyway,
he's swimming.
Did you say the Seed Bearer or the Seed Bear?
The Seed Bearer.
Because that's two entirely different things.
He also did a rewrite on the original Alien vs. Predator, so he was involved in that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, him and 40 other people, apparently.
We talked about the cinematographer, Daniel Pearl. We talked about Alec Gillis and Tom Woodruff Jr. Tom Woodruff Jr. would suit up as a xenomorph once again, as he has in, I think, the last 4 movies. So good for him. Ian White came back to play the Predator because he was actually one of the Predators in the first AVP. And he came back. The main one. Yeah, and he came back to play Wolf, which was the nickname of the Predator in this movie because they named him after the character from Pulp Fiction, who was played by Harvey Keitel, who's the guy who comes and pretty much cleans up the mess of John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson.
Well, I will tell you this, since you missed 3/4 of the movie.
Listen, I have a lot of notes, so clearly I saw something.
Yeah, Wolf is a badass. He's not like those fucking chuckleheads, most of those other chucklehead predators in the first movie. He is he's the cleanup dude.
Yeah.
Like in fucking, there you go. Like in whatever the fucking movie you just said. Pulp Fiction.
Well, that's why his nickname is Wolf.
Dude, he just rolls.
Because that's that character's name. He was the Wolf. All right. There's a couple other notes I have here, but I think I'm going to wait until we get to the certain scenes to talk about them. It was actually produced again by David Giler and Walter Hill. It stars a bunch of people. There's one actor in this movie that I actually recognize, and that was John Ortiz, who played the sheriff. We actually talked about him in the Kong Skull Island episode.
Yep. I remember that. I did recognize
He's been
him.
in a lot of other movies as well. But we have Stephen Pasquale, who I think played Dallas, which is funny. One of the characters in this movie's name is Dallas.
Oh, yeah, I just got that.
His filmography is not huge. He has literally been in 6 films in his career. His last film was Blues Big City Adventure, the Blues Clues movie. He played janitor.
Wow, top billing.
We have Ryko Ellsworth,
That's weird. I'm sorry.
who played, I just called her Soldier Lady because I don't remember what her name was.
She's credited as Kelly.
Okay.
I felt that was a dropped ball.
Yeah, it didn't really go anywhere. She was in Man on the Moon with Jim Carrey.
Oh, that's a good movie.
We have Johnny Lewis as Ricky. He was in the OC.
Oh, see? Fucking knew it.
That he was in the OC?
No, it's CW shit. Okay?
Oh.
Hush.
Yeah, and then I look at all the other films he's been on. I'm like, I don't know any of these, but he's been in a lot of TV. And we have Ariel Gade, who I think played the little girl in this movie. I don't know what her name was.
Molly.
Only know that because of IMDb.
Oh Lord, who else we got here? Was it Jessie? Yeah, she was a pretty prominent character. We have played by Kristen Hager.
God, she was a shit character.
She was in Wanted. I mean, to be honest, she was better than Dale.
Good old Dale. Oh, sorry, Clay. You got attacked by a can.
Dale sucked.
Yeah, that's true. He was in Gotham.
Was he?
Oh, she was, dude. Yeah, she was Nora Freeze.
Wait, Kristen Hager was?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Look at that.
Hell yeah, there you go. There you go. That works.
So Tom Woodruff Jr. played the Xenomorphs and he played the Predalien. This is his 4th time being an alien. His first one was Alien 3, then Alien Resurrection, and then AVP. And like I said, Ian White is the Predator, nicknamed Wolf or the Cleaner. And then there was two other Predators. There was Bobby Slim Jones, who played Bull, and Ian Fuhrer, who played Atomic. That's a cool ass name. Atomic.
I mean, yeah, I hope he's badass with a name like that. Fuck.
So I was disappointed I had to watch this movie on Tubi.
That probably is half your problem.
It actually didn't look terrible. Like, it didn't look fuzzy or anything. It was just dark as hell. But it's a 20th Century Fox movie, so I'm like, maybe it'll be on Disney Plus. No, it will not.
Is it not in your collection?
Nope. Not in the that's only Alien movies. Like, it's the 4 Alien movies and then Prometheus and then Alien Covenant.
I'll get my money out of that $3.99.
The music was done by Brian Tyler, who did the music for Ready or Not, which we covered on the show. Scream from 2022. Another movie we covered, Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Oh, yeah.
Iron Man 3. And then he did a lot of the Fast and Furious movies. This movie was released November 4th, 2007 in Los Angeles. And then for the entire United States, wasn't released until Christmas Day of 2007.
Why?
I don't know.
Why is this is our date, Christmas? Like, I don't know.
A bunch of people come in on Christmas.
Yeah, I know, but that's not what people are going for.
You never know.
I don't know.
This had a budget of $40 million and it made $130.2 million at the box office.
Well, okay, that I will give a credit for at least making some money, but the fucking budget was not for the actors. That's for damn sure.
Oh, absolutely not.
No offense to them, because these people were in movies and we are not. I understand that. I give them credit for that, but like, at least what happened? What fucking happened between these last 2 movies? No offense, except for Lance Hendrickson and apparently the main character of AVP, which I don't know where she's from.
Lathan. She was from Blade 2.
Yeah,
Blade. She was from Blade.
Yeah, but like, why do you not attach bigger names to these projects?
Because they were going to, but the actors didn't want to do it.
I know why. I know where I recognize him from.
Who?
Sorry, I'm losing my tank top.
Who we recognize him from? The dude who played Tim. Who the fuck's Tim?
Yeah, what character was that? One of just the random dudes who was hanging out with Dale?
Maybe.
Probably, but I was like, I recognize him.
Oh, it's the dad.
It was the dad. He was in True Blood.
The dad who died. The dad of the soldier or the little girl who was with the soldier lady.
Yeah.
Okay. Like everybody else, because it gets unceremoniously smoked in this fucking movie.
Sam.
His death was the coolest one because I actually saw it.
Yeah.
So of course, this had sequel ideas. Of course, the way this movie ends, you expect there to be a sequel. No sequel happened because of the poor reception. So the franchises then split back apart. We had Predators in 2010. We had The Predator, which was a couple years ago, I think 2018. And then we had Prey, which came out last year. And then on the Alien side, we would get Ridley Scott back into the franchise for 2012's Prometheus, which we'll be covering in a couple weeks. And then in 2019's Alien Covenant, which we'll be covering in a few weeks. So we shall see how those will rank up against these last few Alien movies. There was also a video game tie-in for this one. I don't know how it was. Never played it.
Well, I mean, there are Alien versus Predator games that existed long before this.
Wasn't there comics back in the 80s? It was called Predator versus Alien.
Yeah, those were a thing, and then they had the most notably was the Alien versus Predator arcade cabinet made by Capcom, which Capcom's notorious for awesome beat 'em ups, Final Fight, shit like that. But they did one, and then there was one released on the Super Nintendo that I used to play, which a different company did, and then there was a line of PC games. This is way before the movies.
Yeah.
And then they, like you said, they did the tie-in for these movies.
God, my brain just froze. I don't know what the hell I was about to say.
About Aliens Colonial Marine and how it's your favorite game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. 10 out of 10.
Just go ahead.
Oh, Lord. Oh, so I've been calling this movie Alien versus Predator Requiem. It's actually called Aliens versus Predator Requiem. because the first one was called Alien versus Predator. And so, of course, the sequel has to be Aliens versus Predator. Oh, who fucking
Keep
cares?
on going,
They're dumb
aliens.
as fuck.
So-
Whoever did that's an idiot.
So dumb.
No offense to the
Oh,
idiot that
Lord.
did that.
All right. Are you guys ready? Oh, wait, let's talk about this. Had a won two. I got nominated for 2 Razzies, for worst prequel
cool.
or sequel, and worst excuse for a horror movie.
Interesting. That's okay.
Yeah, it got a nomination at the Golden Schmoes Award for biggest disappointment of the year, but it did get nominated for an MTV Movie Award for best fight sequence.
I just there you go. At least I'll tell you watch it for that, nothing else.
But yeah, that's about it for some. We got some more behind the scenes when we get to the scenes themselves. But let's get to this plot. Are we ready to venture into the dark abyss that is whatever this is?
I want to know what that was.
Harbinger down.
Dude, we're like sitting here. Angela has IMDb here, right? You know how they kind of cycle through trailers that are relevant to what you're looking up. Some movie called Harbinger Down.
What?
Do you know anything about this?
No.
We could talk. It says from the creature creators of what Predator, Alien, blah blah blah. Lance Hendrickson's in it. It looks like The Thing on a boat.
Yeah.
Wait.
Like in the Arctic. I was like, I mean, it doesn't look like top tier or nothing, but I'm like, we're watching this trailer and I'm like seeing like creature shit, and I was like, Lance Hendrickson, what are you doing there? It's on a crab fishing boat.
Harbinger Down.
Harbinger Down. It looks like The
From
Thing.
2015.
We'll have to watch that here. Like, not say for the show. I mean, I'm just like, it looks like The fucking Thing.
Oh, this is a movie we need to do a commentary track on.
Oh,
It's directed by Alec Gillis, who did the creature design from Alien 3 to this.
See, it's relevant.
It's got Lance Hendrick. He directed and wrote it. It got Lance Hendrickson and other people. Huh. I have never heard of this movie. It's got a 4.6. It's got a 4.6 on IMDb. But yeah, it's done by the effects were done by Studio ADI, which is Alec Gillis and Tom Woodruff Jr. So that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
The effects in the trailer look good.
It's because I've got Tom Woodruff Jr. pulled up.
Yeah, anyway, sorry, I did not mean to derail this podcast.
All right, guys, the Patreon is coming out this for next month. So do we do a Patreon review of Harbinger Down? Let us know.
Yeah, short review, 30 minutes.
Yes. All right. Do we want to get to the plot of this movie?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do this thing.
This needs to go away. It's going to distract me.
I know. The trailer keeps.
I know.
Like,
now.
So this movie picks up exactly where the last one ends, which is on the Predator ship. Yeah.
I got a question. Is this breakdown going to go? Here's some stuff. Black scene, black scene,
no,
black scene, black scene.
I did throw some jokes in there, Dan, but I did see things.
I can't see things.
Hey, I recognize that silhouette.
Yeah, I see.
It's just shadow.
I think that's a predator.
Why is that one prancing?
So we get to see the birth of the Pred Alien as it comes out as a chest burster, as we did at the end of the first AVP. And we also see predators just walking through the ship, just carrying, or they got like a bunch of containers with face huggers inside. And you're like, this is not going to end well for anybody.
I know what that means.
Yeah. So we then get back to the ship where chaos has ensued. The Pred Alien has grown full size pretty much in the matter of minutes.
Miracle growth.
And it's just destroying everything. You see, like, one guy is, I thought it was cool to see the ship. You see, like, one of the predators was like removing the crown, the crown of the xenomorph's head there, and you got to see like underneath it. And then of course the Pred Alien comes from behind and tongue punches him in the back of the head with that cool green blood coming down. It's great. You also get like the do predators only see in the infrared vision?
I think so. They don't have their helmet on. They just have like that reddish.
Okay. But every time you go into that view, you always have to hear that. And you see the Pred Alien at the end of the hallway, doing its thing.
It's like cycling vision because it doesn't see it.
Yep. And they crash land the ship onto Earth. And we will. I was like, oh, cool. This is the first time that xenomorphs are going to be on Earth. But then I was like, oh, wait, they were on Earth in the last movie. But this one's cooler because they're like in the the face huggers are crawling out of the ship and going into the forest. And yeah, so this movie definitely wanted to make sure that they use that R rating to its full potential, because the last one was rated PG-13 and it was, that was one of its downfalls, is it just wasn't bloody enough. Well, they're like, we're going above and beyond the blood. Oh, also we're going to kill children because
Yes.
because the facehuggers escape and you have a father and son they're out hunting. They notice the ship, then they notice that there's something going on. There's something just crawled out of the ship, and you then get the dad. He shoots one of the facehuggers as it like jumps at him, and the acid blood lands on his arm, and he's just like, ah, and his arm just burns right off. I was like, oh shit.
Dude, they like cranked the acid to like at times like Alien 1 acid, like where it just fucking melts through shit. It fucks you.
And yeah, and he then the father gets the face hugger on him, and then the son ends up getting in. I'm like, oh no, a kid? Damn.
Yeah, that's what we said.
Damn, we're going crazy. We then get to go to the Predator planet. We get to see the Predator planet because like you got the one Predator who's in like he's in like this booth. He's like looking at screens and he's zooming all the way into Earth, and then he's just like, oh, this ain't gonna fly. We can't let this alien be loose on that planet that I shouldn't give a shit about, but I need to make sure that this is all hidden.
Yeah, he was in a studio doing a live stream.
Yeah.
Like the alien or like the Predator version of like Halo or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, this isn't gonna work.
And yeah, and then he blasts off on a course to Earth. And you're like, well, that was cool seeing the planet for about 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So this movie, one of its, other than it being dark, which I'll continue that joke throughout this entire episode, and I know people might tune out because of it, but I have to say it. But this movie just looks like it was filmed on a blue screen the entire time. There are so many scenes where they just could not smooth out the actors with the backgrounds. It just looked like they were like, you really couldn't have just filmed on a lot. Everything looks so fake. It was awful.
Yeah.
We then meet the sheriff, and he's picking up his old friend Dallas, who is a former convict. He's a bad boy, even though he just doesn't portray this type of character. I just felt like they had to give him this really generic backstory. He did something wrong. He went to jail, but now he's gonna get better. And it's the same dialogue. It was like, you got to find a job, blah blah blah. And it's like, who gives a shit?
Dude, he's a badass with a heart of gold. I'm surprised they didn't like dive more into his backstory and find out that whatever went wrong, like it really wasn't him being a bad guy. He was trying to help people. It just looked that way, Cause he's not really a bad guy.
Well, it was also there's a scene later where he's filling out an application or he's looking for a job, and that waitress comes up and she's like, you're gonna write down what your skills are. He's like, well, is breaking and entering a skill? I'm like, oh my god. Really?
Okay,
Jesus.
Hey, was that in our?
Did you guys watch the unrated?
Cut?
Oh, I did too, because it was on Tubi. I'm guessing mine was the theatrical cut.
Was that scene in there?
Because she was a little like snotty about it.
I thought she was just sitting there because I may have stepped away for a second because I just remember him being in the cafe and then the sheriff rolls up, give me some coffee, sweet tits or whatever he says to her.
I don't think that's what he says to her.
That's just my head.
Especially since he works with her husband, but okay.
That's just fucking with her. That's just fucking with my head canon. Anyway.
What she said, but I know she was snotty about it.
She probably remembers who he was, for sure.
Yeah. Probably.
I mean, he grew up in this town, so I'm guessing most of the people who live in this town are all, from there.
It's a smaller-ish town, probably like 20, 30,000 people, something like that.
So we then go to the pizza shop where we meet Ricky. For most of this movie, I just called him Pizza Boy. And his pizza boss is a douche.
Yep. Papa Pizza Pounder.
He's like, hey, you got to go deliver the pizzas to this address. And he's like, I can't do that. And it's like, why? He's like, I just can't do it. And it's like, it's because there's a girl who lives there who you have a major crush on and you want to bang her, but she's got a boyfriend who's a piece of shit. That's exactly right. Well, if you don't deliver the pizzas, you're fired. And I was like, wow, this was a great conversation.
It's almost like he read the script. It's almost like this is very stereotypical.
Wow.
Like,
He read ahead.
And see, it's weird that this worked. It's funny it does not work in this movie, but it's totally acceptable in Friday the 13th because it's already like that's just how they are.
It's just developed better that way. So the deputy.
We want shitty characters that show their tits. That's all we want.
Oh Lord. Oh man, your tits are stupendous.
Perfect nipple placement.
Oh my
So
God.
symmetrical.
Holy shit. So the deputy goes to the crash site and he investigates, and I guess there's Barry. He's one of the what's okay to say? Can you just say he's homeless? He's a homeless man who lives in the woods in this. Is this the ship that he's in?
He's residentially challenged.
There you go. Is he in the ship? Is this part of the ship?
No, it's like a huge like culvert, like a drain or something like. But why would that's like it looks so fake? Like it looks like it doesn't belong. Like what kind of drainage system is in the side of this fucking mountain? Where are we?
That's what we were trying to figure out where they were.
Is this the runoff system for like fucking Area 51? That just happens to be what, Colorado? Or Montana?
Well, later they tell you you're in Colorado, but I'm like, it still doesn't really make sense because it's like, where did they go? Like, they're in the woods. Like, why would this be in the woods?
Couldn't tell you.
I don't know.
But the dog, Barry's dog, brings them a present, and it's that dad from earlier, his arm. Like, thanks, dog. So we then see.
I just want to play fetch.
Yeah. So Ricky goes to the house. He's supposed to be delivering these pizzas, and he sees that girl, Jessie. He sees her, and he's like, "Oh no, how do I approach this?"
He wished he had Jessie's girl.
Ah, dang it! Thank you.
Well, Jessie was her
girl.
name. Yeah,
I know, but she's the girl.
So of course he delivers them. She's really nice to him. Like she's not like that. Like pretend to be nice. Like she generally is being nice to him. I like the fact that he tells her that he had to deliver the pizzas, you know, something about getting fired, and then he asks about the boyfriend, and she pretty much uses the line like, "Oh yeah, he's probably gonna get fired soon," pretty much meaning she's gonna break up with him soon. And of course, the boyfriend Dale sees he's a fucking doofus. He's looking at this situation like, he's cracking his stupid ass jokes, and then he's pissed off because he sees that his girl is flirting with him. And so when he goes outside to his car, Dale goes out there and beats the shit out of him. Like pushes him down, kicks him a few times on the ground, and throws his keys in the drain. How is he supposed to get home?
But like she doesn't even like she like hollers at him and like doesn't like she's such a fucking pushover. Like I'm sorry. She's
I know the one shot where she's just staring at him like, "I'm so sorry."
Yeah.
But I'm gonna back up and go back with Dale.
I'd love to help you, but I'm tethered.
Look at Dale's cool haircut. Looks like he got it done with a bowl.
But the pizza's getting cold.
Then the sheriff goes to the crash site, and that's when they figure out that they're trying to find the dad and the boy from the earlier scene. The boy wakes up and the facehugger's dead next to me, like, "Oh, this isn't gonna end well, and we're gonna see something we don't want to see." And the dad, of course, you see the dad is the one who's having the chest pains, and then of course the chest burster comes out of him, and then immediately the chest burster comes out of the kid, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
There's no dude. These fuckers cook fast. We talked about this.
The dad gets up awful fast for losing an arm and probably losing a lot of blood.
So that was my concern. I was like, what about his fucking arm? Why did he not bleed out? But then I realized the acid probably cauterized it. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'll give him that. My slip. What's happened to it?
Oh, a dog just took it.
Get back here, you son of a bitch. That's my watch and my arm.
Oh, no. So we then meet more characters that I guess we should somewhat care about. We meet Soldier Lady, or Kelly, as I was told, and the daughter. What's the daughter's name?
Kelly's daughter.
Molly. Okay. And
least
of
twice.
course, she's coming back from probably being deployed, so it's been a while. The daughter's not used to her being around, so she's really awkward around her. And she gives her a really cool toy. She gives her night vision goggles, which is pretty badass.
Yeah.
You can't just fucking jack nods and bring him. Here you go. Here's a fucking government issue. Here you go.
Oh yeah, but it's that. Oh no, we don't. I mean, I guess it's kind of reality, I guess, in a way. Or if they haven't seen, I mean, she's a young girl. She hasn't seen her mom in a long time, so it's kind of like, I'm so used to being around dad that being around you was just weird.
Well, yeah, and he doesn't specify how long she was deployed.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
To say when she,
We then find out that Dallas and Ricky are brothers. Whoa! And they have an argument over things I could not care less about. Things that I guess I don't fucking know, man. It's dumb. But they have a strained relationship. They're like fucking wrestling in the living room.
Yeah.
And then he's
older
like,
brother goes to go ahead.
He's just like, hey, I'm gonna help you find your keys. Put the bat down. Let's go find your keys in the drain.
Because admittedly, I know this is a stereotype. It's stereotype as fuck. But like the brother's like, all right, dude, I've been to jail. Don't be like me.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you were in that situation, you would be like, yeah, bro, go to jail. It's fun. Like, no.
What a great time.
We had 3 meals a day.
I was hanging on to some dude's pocket for years. I don't want to. Somebody's gonna get that joke.
we then see a facehugger crawl into the drain, and we're like, well, something's gonna happen with this. What's that
spray for those fuckers?
Yeah. So then we go down to the sewers, and this is when we get our first really dark scene where we see there's 3 homeless people down in the drain or down in the sewers, and they each get face hugged. Except for the woman gets attacked by the Predalien. Was going to get attacked by a xenomorph, but then the Predalien's like, bitch, that's mine.
Like, get off this shit.
Yeah. You're like, oh shit. I wish I could have seen that.
Dude, I don't know what the fuck. All these shots are weird. Whenever the Predalien kills things, it never shows it properly, but I swear to God, he's just throating everybody.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, obviously, you know why, but he's just throating everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fun fact. I want to point this out. The Predalien is not a regular Predalien.
It's like a queen.
Yeah, so I looked this up. It's a type of alien called a Praetorian, which are like the step below the queen. They're like a royal guard. But if a queen dies, they can replace a queen. They can molt into a queen. So it's. I was just reading up to the lore and shit, and it's literally a Praetorian Predalien. That's why it's so big, so strong, and it does what it does later in the movie. They can exist as a queen in the absence of a queen.
So you're telling me that the facehugger from AVP that attaches itself to the Predator was one of those xenomorphs?
It very well could have been a quote unquote,
or do you think they just made
giant,
it up for
or giant one?
Sounds like that makes more sense.
Well, that's what I think it's like fans on the back spin are like, oh, this is what this is because it fits the characteristics of these. Yeah, I don't think it really matters, but no offense to people who do that. I like people who like connect the dots and shit. That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, look at the Star Wars universe. Look at all these universes that like George Lucas didn't come up with all this lore. This was all fans that came up with all that lore. So we then see the Predator landing on Earth, and it's the darkest planet ever. He can't see shit. He's always going to have his night vision on. He's like, why is it so dark here? The Predator looks way better than any of the ones in AVP, as we mentioned before, even though we can't see him much. So the mission is to locate the Predalien, kill it. Also, make sure there is no evidence of any xenomorphs or predators for anyone to find. Because I guess the whole thing is to make sure that humans don't find them, to study them, and then bad shit happens, which is pretty much the plot of the Predator. Oh,
I will say, they're actually pretty smart. This specific Predator landing in the water.
Yeah,
I thought there is some intelligence in this movie. It's
you can tell he's definitely probably one of the smartest Predators we've seen.
He's very intelligent. Yeah. I like how he's portrayed in the film.
So I love my notes. So the Predator goes onto the ship and he finds the 2 dead predators. And I was like, the Predator presses F to pay his respects.
Yes, he does. Fuck yes.
F chat.
Oh god. And then he preps himself for the mission and then he blows the ship up. But instead of it blowing up, it like implodes. It like sucks into itself. So it like completely disappears.
I wonder if they can set different types of like explosive charges.
Yeah, you couldn't tell. He just does like boom, 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 and it's just a bunch of little fucking Tic Tacs.
Yeah, I know. It's like, this looks like a fucked up calculator. What is this? Just says boobs at one point. Like,
I remember back, when people used to always download like backgrounds for their phones, like for Samsung and stuff, there was actually a Predator one and everything was just in that weird fucking font. You couldn't read anything. I'm like, why is this a thing?
I'm gonna do that for mine. I'd find one for Phyrexian and have everything in Phyrexian. Magic people will understand.
What are we doing here?
I would just constantly text you stuff.
And Phyrexian, I'd have to like read, like learn the language. Shit.
Oh, then we go back to the soldier lady and her daughter who's just having too much fun with this night vision goggles, and they're like, "Go to bed!" And I'm like, "Whoa, relax.
Be careful, it's government property." Mom, why'd you get back from deployment so soon? Stealing. Here's these awesome nods I got from the US government.
Oh no. Oh god. Oh, Ricky and Dallas, they go sewer diving for the keys. And I just like how Ricky's like, Dallas before was like, "I'm going to help you find your keys." And then when they get down there, he's like, "I ain't doing shit. Those are your keys. You fucking swim for them."
he admittedly helped him get there.
That's true.
He assisted.
Yeah.
He's like, "Dude, listen, this is yours. You're going to be wrist deep in your own poopy right
Just every other sibling. Like, okay, I got you here. Now you're on your own.
now." Oh, absolutely.
We then see Ricky as he's looking. He looks up and the flashlight shoots into that little tunnel, and you see the chest burster in there, which is the first time you really see a chest burster this far after it coming out of someone. Like, it's not like usually you see it come out of somebody and then it disappears and then it turns into an alien 5 seconds later. But this one, you actually see it in that little hallway and then it disappears. I love when they're walking through the sewer though, and they see rats and they're like shocked that there's rats down there. I'm like, it's the fucking sewer. Like, what do you think lives there? I mean, be careful. Alligator might be down there.
Holy shit. Is this part of the alligator universe?
Oh, man.
Is this part of the MDU?
I'll make this movie so much better. This is when Dallas finds the skin, though, floating in the water. And
That's
then,
a weird looking foreskin.
Damn, that's a big old condom.
Damn. It's a Glad brand.
Oh,
That's what we were talking about.
Damn.
Full circle. Hefty.
Okay, is it bad that we were both thinking the same thing? He said it before me. Holy crap.
Tomorrow is our 16-year wedding anniversary.
If we can't read each other's minds by now.
By the time you guys listen to this, it would have been 3 weeks ago.
Yes. There you go.
Yes.
Yes, queen.
So, a search party gets sent out to try to find the father and the son. And unfortunately, the Predator finds them first. They're both dead. Of course, they got the chest, the chest bursters came out. So, they're never going to find him because he just disposes of them, puts the blue goo on them, and they just dissolve into nothing.
Except for the dad's arm.
Oh, yeah. I guess the mother will have something.
Find the arm.
I figured that out what that blue stuff is. It's the one thing that everybody uses to clean their house on here, but it's the space version. It's space Windex.
Oh.
It's just like,
I thought you were going to say it was like hydrochloric acid or something.
It's space Windex. It cleans everything.
Pretty much is. So, and then I hate when they do this. So the mom's there, the wife and mother of the people they're trying to find. And they're like, "We're going to call the search for today." And she's like, "Do you think something bad happened?" He's like, "I need you to go home and get some sleep because we need you." And she's like, "How the fuck am I supposed to sleep when my husband and my son are lost in the woods?"
Yeah.
Idiot. So we then see the deputy. He's continuing his search until he runs into the Predator, and oops, he joined the wrong acid party because he
oh shit.
And he pays for it because he gets fucked by this Predator. He gets the freaking claws right into him. And then the sheriff. Oh wait, that's a little bit later. This is when we get the scene at the diner when Dallas is there looking for a job and the waitress comes up. And I thought this was like a love interest for Dallas, And then you find out that she's married to the deputy who we just saw get murked.
Yeah,
And
sugar tit scene. I got it.
huh? Did I miss a scene?
I need some coffee, sugar tits. Just kidding. I just kidding. I know that's not what happens. I don't know why I'm stuck.
To be honest, the sheriff is a likable character until later on in the movie where you're like, you're an idiot, dude.
This is exactly why you died in Skull Island. This is what you get.
So the sheriff's like, oh shit, your husband didn't make it home? He didn't come home last night? Because he talks about how they stopped the search at 2 a.m. And she's like, well, you know, so-and-so didn't come home. He's like, oh shit, I guess we should go out there. And immediately they find him hung up in a tree, skinned.
Fucking a good reference to the original Predator.
I guess they tried to get the scene where you actually see the Predator skinning him, but they were like, yeah, it's a little too far. So,
but murking kids and what happens later is not too
yeah,
far.
but it wasn't like you literally saw, like you just, it zoomed in on the kid's face and then it zooms in on his chest. And then you see the chest burst, or you're not like seeing the kid like fucking convulsing. Dude, and then
you can figure out.
You just know what's happening.
You get a genuine shot of this woman getting like predalien mouth dicked.
Oh my
God.
I mean, like, that scene, holy shit.
She's like, relax the throat, sweetie. Here it comes. Make sure that callus is tuned up.
Oh Lord. Okay, we're getting there. Oh Jesus. So
I channeled my inner Sean O'Rourke. Just I had to do that a little bit. Sorry.
So Ricky and Jess, they have a useless conversation about liking each other. She tells him that she fired Dale and that they should go swimming.
This is what it sounds like to me. Do you like me? But like, I know you like me, but do you like me? Like this is this whole thing.
It was the whole thing where it's just like, I know that you look at me all the time, and he's like, no, there's a clock behind you. When we go to school, just look behind you. There's a clock. She's like, I know you're not looking at that clock. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here? Where are we going with this?
Dude, this is the most bullshit scene. Like, I'm just like, who the fuck wrote this?
So they talk about how they're going to go
writing about the aliens.
They're going to go swimming, quotations.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the Predator, he finds bodies of the Predaliens, kills in the sewer of all the homeless people. And the Predator dissolves them as he did with everything. And also you get like this weird, like gooey cocoon shit that's everywhere.
That's somebody sneezed.
Yeah. The Predalien just
So I just
splooging everywhere.
Dude, I'm sorry. I just got a thought because this is like the cleanup Predator and I made the Windex reference. I just thought of the Hispanic housekeeper as a Predator from Family Guy, Consuela. No. I cleaned, spritzes the bodies, and they melt. I'm sorry. I don't know what the fuck.
Consuela's the best. I love her. So good. So yeah, he puts up what you think are like sensors because he knows that there's xenomorphs down there because, of course, if they burst out of these chests, they're probably still hanging out down there. But he puts these cool things up you think are sensors at first, but they turn out to be lasers. And the Predator just gets swarmed by all of these xenomorphs and then meets the Predalien, which just slaps the shit out of him. And then it escapes to the surface. And this one shot is the best shot you get of the Predalien. And then you get the camel mode where it goes, it like bursts out of the ground. And then like 10 seconds later, it's like, oh, I should probably put my camo on, right? So no one sees me.
Oh, shit.
Like, oh, somebody's just like going for a run. Like, what the hell?
Is this what our tax dollars are paying for?
Somebody's got to fix that. So we're then back at the diner with the waitress who, does she know her husband's dead? It's such a weird conversation with her boss where he's like, are you okay? You know, if you need to talk, I'm here. And then he's like, I'll see you tomorrow. Like, is she going to work? Like, does she know her husband's dead? What is happening here?
This whole shot this whole scene is shot in like the way it's acted and what's implied is really weird in this scene. Is it not? Is it just me?
Yeah, it's just
it's
odd.
his whole interaction with her is weird.
It does not come off as like, I want to help you genuinely. It seems like I want to help you, but I have other motives behind this.
Screw you. Your husband may be dead, but
yeah.
What is it?
This is just the moment I've been waiting for.
Like, that's almost what it feels like.
I feel they added the scene just because they're to pay off the end of the scene. Like you get of course, like she walks out of the back of the kitchen, or she walks out of the kitchen, and then the guy gets attacked. She can hear, and then she goes back in there, and then she gets attacked. And they do kind of like a recreation of the scene from Alien 3 where the Predalien like gets really close to her face, like the xenomorph does to Ripley.
Well, it's actually a regular alien first.
That's
and
right.
Then the Predalien like rolls. It's like, okay.
Yeah, the
Out of the
Predalien is the
way,
one who
we
finishes
talked
her
about this
off.
shit.
Yeah.
My lady.
Well, actually, it actually
Impregnates her.
I thought that's what happens, but it's literally this. It's a precursor to the scene you see later in the movie that I was talking about.
Yeah. You just don't get to
With the
see
whole-
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, you
But
just don't
okay.
get to see what. Yeah. Hello.
They come in bunches like bananas.
Bunch of coconut.
Banana.
The sheriff meets with Dallas and tells him about the deputy, and they're like, "Oh no, that's terrible. How could
I thought they
this
were
have happened?"
I seriously, this scene was leading like me to believe like they were gonna try to blame him for it. This shit didn't start happening until you come back. What, skinning people and hanging them from trees and people with their chests blown out? Yeah, that's me.
I did it all.
So they got to go back to the sewer to check out what's going on. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm so confused. The Predator continues its pursuit. It's like chasing down the Predalien, but also there's other xenomorphs around as well. It's going to like the power plant where there's like just one guy working there, and he gets tongue punched by one of the xenomorphs.
Really good shot, like right in the head. It holds
through
on
the
for a
helmet.
minute, so you're gonna see it. Cool. Yeah.
And then we get to see Ricky and Jess go swimming. But before you see anything, I thought there was nudity in this movie. Not that it matters, but I thought there was more than what was going to happen, and then it ends like right as something is about to happen because Dale shows up with his douchey friends.
This movie screamed like that it needed titties. Like this just felt like a movie. Is like because it doesn't really have like character-wise, it's like nothing going for it. It just felt like titties. No.
And then we get just more shitty, pointless characters, and then they fight in the pool. Like Dale tackles Ricky into the pool. They fight in there. And I'm like, what the fuck is this going on here? During the Predator fight, though, when he's fighting the xenomorphs at the power plant, he gets like knocked off of a level and gets impaled.
Yeah, like right in the right.
It was like almost in like center mass there.
He gets hit pretty good.
He then shoots at the slowest alien I think I've ever seen in any of these movies. Like it's not even moving. It's just like crawling across the screen. I'm like, I've seen these things. Like, oh, don't look at me. Don't look at me. Well, this fight causes a blackout because he's continuing to shoot even though he's injured. It knocks out the power grid, and the whole town goes dark. And they're like, "Yes, let's make this dark movie even darker."
It's not dark enough.
What's going on here? Hey, power's out. Like, no shit, Sherlock.
Oh my god!
Captain Obvious is here. Wow.
Oh, one scene that like bothered me. I pointed this out to her is like earlier when they all fall in and they start having their like happy slappies in the pool. The bros do. Like immediately hits the water and they start wrestling. Stop it! He's gonna drown! Like he hasn't even been underwater yet, lady. Like chill the fuck out. He doesn't have his floaties.
You missed my comment.
That's so good. And the xenomorph. There's a xenomorph that shows up, and it's actually a pretty cool scene where the xenomorph is swimming in the pool, and it's like whatever the fuck these things. What the hell are these things called? It's like tentacle things. Yeah, pretty much. It's like coming. It looks like a shark going through the water, and of course, go in the pool, and then one of the douchey friends gets killed. You're like, oh no, not that guy.
And it made
Whoever
me think
that guy is.
It was the black guy, ironically.
Was it?
Go figure. Yeah, it was the black guy gets off first. That I actually thought of this scene. The first thing I thought of when the scene happened was a movie that did it better. Faculty.
Oh, what a great movie.
It's a very good movie.
We do get this creepy scene where the little girl sees the xenomorph outside. She looks outside. It's like hiding in the bushes. And then she's like, "Daddy, Daddy." And the dad comes like, "There's nothing outside." And then Then the fucking xenomorph pops in and kills him,
He,
takes him out.
he flashes the flashlight
Yeah,
at it.
like, oh shit.
That's some payoff to that.
Yeah, that was
Like,
a good kill. I like that.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of The Lost World.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's like, oh,
Except no fish tank.
yeah, it's not a giant T-Rex drinking out of a swimming pool.
What if it was just a giant xenomorph?
That'd be awesome.
I don't know. The guy that plays the Predator is 7'1".
Well, the Predalien's 10 feet tall.
Oh, there you go.
He's a beast.
Big
Be
dick.
drinking out of
Or,
the
well, big ovaries. I'm sorry.
be drinking
Big
out of the
canal?
pool.
I don't know what you say.
Oh, I know what it's called.
This-
Hallway. Hot dog down the hallway.
What'd you think of the scene with they showed the xenomorph?
Don't touch the sides. Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry. We're somewhere else. Sorry, I'm sorry.
There's the
Parker,
scene
and
where the
everybody listening.
xenomorph is like continuously using its tongue to like fucking eat or something.
It's-
Yeah.
Yeah, it's eating somebody. It's chewing on somebody.
Yeah.
It's like one of the few times you actually get to see a xenomorph like sustaining itself.
Like their teeth mouth doesn't do anything, but it's their
It's their tiny mouth. Hey, tiny mouth.
yeah, their little tiny mouth that does everything for
Is
them.
that how they eat though? Is that what takes the food? Is the little mouth? And the big mouth just holds that thing inside?
I'm assuming
Oh,
just because you never see the big mouth do anything other than open and close.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming like it can bite with that mouth too, but I mean that's going to be the one probably directly connected to its esophagus or whatever
Yeah.
equivalent it has, because that's how like eels work. Because eels and some fish have their main jaws, and then they have a second set of jaws in the back that helps pull the food in.
Right.
So, oh,
But it gets killed by
Tiny
the
mouth.
predator. And it uses his blue goo again. We get to see him use that
About
blue goo a lot.
biology of the anatomy of
Yes.
alien.
Well, we're gonna do an
Wingnuts.
entire episode of just the anatomy of a predator and an alien.
dude, why is it that like every episode we've talked about with aliens, we do have a legitimate like biological discussion. Like every
'Cause they're so
episode of
interesting.
Alien,
I guarantee
are.
I swear to God, they have made a book that literally breaks down like the entire like lore and anatomy of xenomorphs. Like the different
buy
like I would buy in a heartbeat.
if somebody did a special, it's like the biology of a xenomorph. I'd watch the fuck out of it.
Oh, absolutely. So we need to expand this world. We just need to get it as big as Star Wars, you know? Like they got all this lore and back. Like, I want to know all
Good.
about the xenomorph world.
Mm-hmm.
Everything about it, which Prometheus will fuck up. So the sheriff in Dallas, they go investigate the pool. Where'd all the water go? Where'd it go?
Apparently, that Windex acts weird with water. I guess.
Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't mention the fact that the predator goes to the pool and pours the blue shit in there to dissolve everything that's in the pool. So bye Dale, bye Dale's. Oh no, Dale's still alive at this point. But bye Dale's friend.
There's a little bit of schmeckus of him
But
on
do
the
you
ground.
notice
So-
that it's boiling?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It has some
Yeah.
adverse
So
reaction.
that's
with
probably
water.
where that water,
That's
the water just
probably
disappeared.
what happened.
I was surprised somebody walked in like, man, it's fucking humid in here. Like, 'cause the water's got to go somewhere. It doesn't just vanish.
So, but yeah, they notice there's a lot of blood. They go into like the locker room. There's blood everywhere, and they notice just it's like just goo and shit everywhere. And yeah, no one is responding when they call for help. They're like, "Oh, we need the Coast Guard. We need backup." And they're like, "Oh, yeah, we'll get there in a little bit. Don't you worry.
We'll get around to it.
We'll get out of it."
Well, let's put you on hold.
The
The Super Bowl music
The
from
crap-
Walgreens plays.
the crappy hold music that we always hear.
So,
Hate that music.
oh God, I hate characters like this where they give them the most obvious dialogue. So this woman goes to find Carrie, who's the waitress. That was her name. And she walks into the diner and goes, "The power is out." What?
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
No way. We're just
Thank
flicking
you.
the fucking lights off on us.
No. So, and then she walks into the back to the kitchen, and Carrie's not doing so hot because her chest is completely gone. And
She
so,
was pregnant. We should point that out. Did we talk about her being pregnant?
no, I didn't even know she was pregnant.
Yeah, well, I mean, but anyway, she's pregnant and her belly's blown out.
Yeah.
Which is alluding to,
yeah,
of
which I
course,
did
what
not pick
happened.
up watching this. So
because I was like, oh, he said, oh, she's pregnant, and I must have looked away because she's walking through the door, and I think that's when you see it.
So that
Yeah.
or she ate a lot of bread. I mean,
But then when they cut back to her when the lady sees her, I'm like, that's not right. Her belly's
Yeah.
gone. Like,
yeah, it's not like the
did
usually
it
it's the
eat her
chest.
stomach?
this is the most
Yeah,
disturbing.
And-
These are the most disturbing parts of this movie. Is
But
the
then
whole-
you
Yes.
see why.
Like it definitely, like I said, this movie does not pull its punches in some aspects.
So they all need to get guns, and they're like, "Yes, let's give guns to this felon." And then they got to, so they break into the sporting goods store. Why didn't they just go to the police station instead
Yeah,
of
the
going to the
police station
sporting
should have
goods
a
store
cache.
and,
Yeah.
and getting a bunch of guns?
I think it's because the one girl knows where everything is.
Yeah, but the sheriff would know where the guns are in the police station.
But
And-
I don't know if like she has family that works there because she
Mhm.
knows. She's like, hey, I'll show you where they are.
Yeah.
Well, in theory, unless for some reason he can't get to the police station, but that police station, in theory, because it looks like a decently sized town, should have access to 12 gauge shotguns and AR based rifles, as well as pistols. It looks like they're issued Glock pistols, so they would have access to that. There would be ammo on store on file and all that stuff. So in theory, admittedly, it's not a big police department. I don't know how much they would have, but they would have some.
So the National Guard shows up. Oh, also we meet two other random characters that are going to die
Stoners.
immediately. Those two stoners. The National Guard shows up, and
Are you high?
oh, the sheriff, he's fun. He brings the radio over and he's like, "Sheriff, you need any?" He's like, "I need light." And then you notice that the fucking display is all digital that lights itself, self-illumined.
Yeah.
I'm like, what did you need the
Yeah.
light for when you can fucking see
Yeah.
the display?
The
The movie's dark. He can't see.
you realize
He
when the
needs more
military,
light.
yeah, when the military shows up, you're like, oh look, the cannon fodder's here.
Yeah, I can't wait to see all these people die.
Yeah,
And what do we get the next scene but the xenomorphs making their way through the entirety of the National Guard? And we then see Kelly and her daughter Molly show up at the store. And they're like, "Yay, the gang's all together." I said, "Boy, these aliens and Alien would look great if you could see them. Why is this movie so fucking dark?"
I think everybody just watched this movie on Tubi. I think everybody just watched it on
No,
Tubi.
I remember
and-
watching this movie years ago going, "Why is this movie so dark?"
See, I don't remember that. God, I suck. Anyway, carry on.
But then we get the most fucked up scene in this entire movie, which is the baby ward of the hospital, and you hear the babies crying. You're like, "Don't kill the babies." No, we're just
Yep.
gonna do something
That's
fucking really fucked up, and that's the pred alien is gonna go into this room full of very pregnant women who are about to go into labor, and it's gonna freaking latch onto them and you see the eggs going down their throats.
Yep.
And you're
Dude.
like, "Oh no."
Guess like literally, I told you, like literally, like throat. Yes. Anyway, just
Oh,
like
yeah.
ovipods.
Deep
It's like,
throat.
dude, deep. He's like, you got to take your vitamins, lady.
It's fucking,
They end up with more babies.
it's
in just
horrifying
one.
though. This
Yeah,
is
they-
horrifying.
They come out in bunches.
They are really
it's like
going, "We are
bananas."
making sure this
There's
movie
what?
is rated R."
They're like, yes. They're like, boo, babies. Yeah, it's fucked up, dude. I agree.
Oh shit! I was like, "What?" I do not remember this, but okay.
I do. This is the one thing I told Angela
This is
about.
the
I was like,
first
there's
time
some
she watched
shit.
it, I
Like,
was
there's
like,
some
whoa.
shit in this movie.
So the Predator shows up at the sporting goods store, uses Dallas as bait for a xenomorph, and then, oh no, the nameless stoner guys are dead.
There's one thing about the scene that bothered me. What's her name? What's the main lady that's not really the main character of this movie? Kelly. Like she has the shotgun. He's like, give me the shotgun. Like she is a trained military
Mhm.
individual. I don't know what she did in the military. She was in the army. She could use that shotgun as well, if not
But
better
they
than
may
this
not know
jackass.
that. They
She
may
had the
not.
gun in her fucking hand. She doesn't need to listen to this dickhole that's strung up.
Maybe he just needs to mansplain it to her.
No, he needs to fucking get his head out of his ass.
Always need to mansplain. So yeah, so
don't know.
the stoner guys are dead, and then Dale dies because he shoots one of the alien or the Predator shoots one of the xenomorphs, which then causes acid to drop on Dale's face, and his whole face just fucking deteriorates, and it's great.
it's so
I'm like,
good.
"Bye, Dale, you
It's so good.
suck."
Yeah.
I can't with his name.
What,
Dale?
Dale?
Yes.
That's my father-in-law's
Work.
name.
Well, I worked with a Dale.
That's my
And-
uncle's name.
Well,
Well, and my grandfather.
what was the movie? It was Raise Hail, Praise Dale.
Raise hell, praise. Yeah.
boy.
I heard that so many times. So
Oh,
every time you
boy.
say that, and I was like, oh no.
I know this isn't it. I just think of that guy. Just stay out of Riverdale. Like, I don't know.
Oh Lord, we then go back and we see another terrifying scene, which is the doctor is all the monitors are going berserk, so he's got to go check on them, and you just see the pregnant women's bellies are like fucking morphine and shit, and they're all see-through, so you can see what's inside them. It's like, oh, and then they fucking explode open, and there's like 5 xenomorphs in one. You're like, whoa, what the hell?
Yeah.
And then the Predalien's like, give me a kiss, doc.
Yeah.
Fucking takes his nose and like straight through his nose.
Yeah.
It's like into his head, and he's just dead.
But it was quick too. It was just like,
He's like, I'm gonna throw you too, doctor. You ain't getting left out. There's enough wing wong for everybody.
Wing wong. So the army gives them one chance to escape the town. They say you got to get to the center of the city where there'll be an evac there for you. The sheriff's like, all right, let's go. The Predator then removes his shoulder gun to then be able to carry his shoulder blaster.
I believe it got damaged in the fight inside the hard
I was like,
sporting
why is
goods
he
store.
doing this?
Because it's like fucked up and he takes it off. He's like, I'm gonna
Okay.
hand wheel
All
this
right.
bitch.
yeah.
And there's xenomorphs everywhere. And to be honest, anytime they show him in his night vision and you see the xenomorphs, they look so bad. They just look cartoonish. It's ridiculous, but whatever. So Dallas and the sheriff, they go their separate ways because the sheriff is hell-bent on going to the center of the city to get that evac. And Dallas is like, no, we got to get to the hospital because there's a helicopter there.
Well, because Kelly calls it out. Kelly's like, this doesn't, because she was in the military. She's like, no, this isn't
What?
the military is more
You gonna listen to her? Like, yeah, she seems smarter than you.
Yeah, well, she doesn't express exactly, like, I don't think she ever talks about the fact that she was in the military.
No,
but
she
we
does not
know-
mention it once.
We, as the audience,
We-
know she
we
was.
know.
So she's like, okay, well, the militaries were concerned about containment before anything else.
Yeah.
So
And you could tell when the sheriff would radioed that colonel, and the colonel's just looking so defeated. He's just like, yeah, we're coming there to help you, but inside you could tell like that's not what's gonna happen.
no. I'm like, we got lollipops and shit. Just hang on.
We get you get the scene where they're like, okay, you got to protect Kelly at all costs, and then you got the fucking where did the pizza boss come from? Oh, that's right, because he was in the truck and he's like, I want to go to the hospital. I'm gonna go to the chopper.
Yeah.
Get to the chopper.
But he's like, no, he's like, this ain't the fucking Titanic. Fuck those women and children first bullshit. And I was like,
Yes. I was like, what?
no,
I was
okay,
like, well,
guy.
he's like, she needs to fly the helicopter, so you need to shut the fuck up.
I said she's the only one who can fly the thing, so shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah.
So the Predator,
making my pizza, Little Caesars.
the Predator. I really want some pizza right now. The Predator shows up at the hospital.
Damn it.
Oh
worry.
boy, we get darkness and more darkness. Oh, night vision. Oh wait, back to darkness. Alien xenomorphs attack people. Predalien fights the Predator. We then get the really shocking death of Jessie as she's runs down the hallway, just gets fucking ninja starred into the wall.
She gets fucked. That was one of the things I always remember about this movie. Is like she just gets murked out of the blue.
She gets
She's like,
destroyed.
she's gonna be our main lady. Honestly, I didn't fucking care for her. She was a shitty ass character anyway. But just incidentally, because the Predator's like, I'm gonna throw some
But
fucking
did she deserve that?
cutty blades at
No,
these.
not that way.
These
I don't think she was
xenomorphs.
that bad of a character, to be honest. I actually didn't mind her. She was just kind of pointless in
And he,
my opinion.
I agree. He threw those things at the xenomorphs, and she just happened to be running through the crossfire and just gets pinned to a fucking wall.
I guess it was another cut where her lower body separates,
Oh,
between
that
the
would be good.
yeah,
I wonder if that's the unrated version.
probably. So the Predator uses the elevator with an alien, just not the right way. He just gets tossed down the elevator shaft.
Who's the brother? What is his name?
Ricky?
Ricky, fuck him. He sucks. You got all butthurt. Like, oh, you killed my girlfriend. Like, oh, you were just gonna put it in
and
your
then he
butt
got
anyway.
tailed
You
by
didn't care.
the xenomorph or by the Predalien. I think stuck its tail
Yeah.
into his.
That guy should have been dead. Like,
Yeah.
it went like up and like out, like poking through the arm. Like, he should have been fucked.
So the sheriff and a massive group of people fight off the xenomorphs at the extraction point. You're like, this isn't going to end well at all.
Yeah.
We then get we then are back at the hospital where Dallas and the people he's with are fighting off xenomorphs, and Dallas says get to the chopper, and I was like, oh, of course, this garbage movie. Also, you find out they're about to nuke this town. You're like,
Raccoon
oh
City
shit,
style.
yep, 100%. So the Predator shows up right as Dallas is about to die. He literally looks up, and you got the xenomorph right over him, and then he ends up killing the xenomorph. But I was like, did none of the acid fall on him?
Well, because see, if you look, I would say that's what I was thinking. Because when he shoots, it's right underneath it. But the next scene it shows him, he's kind of like dived and out of the way.
Oh, okay.
It's like there was a
It's just a
scene, there
weird
was a
cut.
there was a transition that was missing there.
Yeah, it's a weird cut. So the you get to see the cool whip that the Predator uses, which is pretty sweet.
I like that whip.
Whip's badass.
We then get the very dark Predator versus Predalien fight scene, which I couldn't see shit. I really could not see this fight. It was just silhouettes banging up against each other. Things were happening, I guess.
It was good.
And Dallas then makes it to the chopper, and they take off. So the Predalien just sits there, and so the Predalien literally stands there and watches the Predator take off all his shit.
Yeah.
And then they fight each other. I was like, wait, what?
It's a battle for honor, dude. He's like, I'm gonna take my
and
shit off.
It wasn't like quick either. He's like slowly removing his stuff.
I know.
Takes off
like
his
when
mask.
he goes the mask, he's like.
He does it like the original Predator. That's how that was done.
But it's really cool. And then I'm thinking, like, dude, you're removing all your armor. Predalien can't exactly take his face off.
I gotta go knock some people up. Hurry the fuck up.
Just like,
yeah, just like takes it off. Like,
yeah, I agree. The helmet taking off of the faceplate was a little dramatic. You should have just fucking whipped it off.
Oh yeah,
like, rip the shit.
I like
fucking go, son.
That he was showing, hey, this is what I'm doing. Like,
I will say,
you're gonna give me in return, and he's like, I don't need it.
I know Parker couldn't see it very well, but the actual Predator underneath the mask, I thought looked really cool.
Yeah,
like
this Predator looks cool. Period.
Yeah. Like everything about it was awesome.
And I always think that the Predator underneath the mask looked funky to begin with, but it just looked like the original Predator.
It looked really good. And it's a cool fight, dude. He's like, let's fucking go, boy. Like, hand to hand. If I die, we're going out with honor, bitches.
They both stab each other at the same time, pretty much. So they both, and then they get nuked because the nuke drops. And
well, yeah.
I just like that you could see the face of the woman right as the nukes. She's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I do actually like that scene because there's I like how the Predator rips the Predalien's mouth bit out. Like, fucking rips it out, and then through the bottom of the head, and then it gets stabbed with the tail. It's so fucking good, dude. It's so good. I think everybody should have died, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, I think this movie should end with everybody dying.
Fucking character. Any of these characters.
Well, the way the movie builds itself up with, you're murking pregnant ladies, you're murking kids, you're taking out main characters left and right. I think everybody should have just fucking died.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time it's happened.
No.
So the chopper ends up crashing because of the blast. And then, we see Dallas wake up at the crash site. Everyone's survived. And the military shows up to the crash. And it's like, the monster's gone, mommy. Yeah, they're gone, little girl.
That's a reference to Aliens, isn't it?
Yes.
With Newt.
Newt, yeah. The Colonel meets with Miss Yutani with the Predator weapon. You're like, oh shit, set up for another Alien versus Predator? No, we don't get another one. Would have been called Alien Cubed versus Predators.
Yeah.
Cubed. Cube everything. Fuck it. I will say.
No, Aliens is.
What now?
Aliens is
versus Predators.
That's it, guys.
Oh shit. I legit I think that should have been it. Like I didn't like one of my biggest gripes outside of most of the characters not being good was I think that Kelly was supposed to be like our strong female lead. The whole thing was fucking mishandled. Like
Yeah.
it should have literally just been her and her daughter and her husband, and like fuck the two brothers. Like I don't fucking care about them. In fact, they could have got rid of everything but the aliens and the predators, and like I would have been fine with that personally.
Go out.
Break it down to
Go
45
out
minutes. and,
fighting.
like it's just them fighting.
Watch
That's
them blow
it.
up.
Oh, that's it. Just him fucking people.
But no, like I felt they squandered her role.
Yes.
Like she could have done more.
Like it felt like that originally at some point in the script she was supposed to be like the Ellen Ripley, like the new Ellen Ripley, and just no.
And
Like-
Molly should have been Newt, but it was just like looked over
Yeah, it was.
to everything else. Like
Watch it for the monsters.
That it survived the helicopter crash.
It should have ended. It should have ended like the original Dawn of the Dead ending. It should have been just. They should have just all died right there at the helicopter helipad. What's his name shoots himself, and then they jump into the helicopter blades. The end. Not exactly like that, but that's what happened in Dawn of the Dead. I'm just
Let's just
saying.
jump into the helicopter.
That's what happened. I'm just saying.
Get
Originally,
more bloody.
we can't all get pinned to the wall and get fucking half our body fall off. Just because we want to flash some fucking cheek in the movie.
I couldn't decide which suit to wear.
That lady needs some sandwiches. I'm just saying.
You tell me. Are you looking at the clock?
And it was! It was 5 minutes fast! I'm gonna be here at 10:05. It's 10:10. It did not take you 10 minutes to take your fucking clothes off. That clock is fast.
Okay.
Violet.
Oh,
Important
shit.
rants. This is the important shit people come here for. Debates about clocks.
man. So we got
Don't play with
comments.
their clock too much, you'll go blind. Go ahead.
We got comments on this movie. I
can't wait to hear them.
Our first one is from Hack the Movies, who said this was my favorite part of the movie, and it's just a big black.
Yes, I did see that. I did see that. Thank you.
We got a comment from P Naps, who said, "First time I saw this movie, I was in the hospital. I had a crazy case of mono." That's terrible.
Whoa,
Due to the
interesting.
shitty TV, I thought it would look better at home. Then a few years later, I saw it again. It turns out it really was just that dark. Doesn't help the movie as shit as well.
I'm curious if he was like really nervous because part of this movie takes place in a hospital. Like he thought he was gonna get oviposited by like a random xenomorph. Like fuck.
Yeah, maybe. Our next comment is from Podcast in the Woods. I said, my thoughts would be too full of obscenities. Let's just say I'm sorry you have to review this, and I would rather set fire to my ass than watch this again.
I want to hear Boomer and Gabby talk about this movie.
Oh.
Oh my god, so fucking much.
It'd be hilarious.
It would be so good.
Our next comment is from The Pint, a pop culture podcast. He said, the darkest film ever made. No idea what happened in 60% of it.
Ah. We're the only people who have seen this movie. We are the only people
You're the
that have
only
viewed this.
You're the only people who actually knew what the hell was happening.
I know. I was like, am I missing something? Is this we did the one Blu-ray that is viewable?
That's great. It's so funny. Our next one is from Core Extra Podcast. It said, Palette was way too dark, and the story was even more muddled. These versus movies don't work because there's no finality to them.
No, because they cater too much to both sides.
Yeah.
No one side wants to lose.
And our last one is from So Wizard Podcast that said more like AVP rectum, which is where it belongs.
There you go. You gotta poop it out, son.
Oh God. All right. Well, we do have something else I do want to share. We did get a Apple Podcast review, so I'm going to read that.
Whoa. Okay, cool.
This one is from Nicole B.
Okay, fair.
Who says, love the vibe of the host and the wealth of information. If you enjoy film, give this a listen. Thank you.
I think they're talking about you too, but that's fine. I'm just saying.
I doubt that.
The one that makes all the weird comments and has the big nose, yeah, fuck him. Okay, I filled in the rest for it. You're good. Thank you, though. It's very nice work.
So we have made it through the two AVP movies, And we have 2 movies left to finish off this entire series, franchise, however you want to classify this. For one, let's rank it. So currently our rankings are literally just Alien through AVP, like it's in order. Where do you put AVP Requiem?
Rectum.
Okay, so the bottom. Okay.
No. Hold on.
I
I was just saying rectum.
I'd say above.
I say it just a smidge above the one before it.
I don't agree,
Okay.
but I'm losing. I lost 2-1. So
But you got to actually see the movie.
I do, I guess. I mean,
it's not much better, but like you got to see more like the actual Alien on Predator shit.
Yeah.
That's the fun part. But
I felt like I was more interested in this one. Like
it felt like more.
It kept my interest more.
It felt more like a horror movie, like it should, not just the fucking.
yeah, and it would have been
PG-13
better.
action
Yeah,
movie.
and I see where they went with it, and I appreciate what they tried
No,
to do.
you didn't
but,
see where they went with it.
No,
yeah,
you
it's
didn't see
literally, I didn't
shit.
see anything. All right, well, our new rankings are number 1, Alien, number 2, Aliens, number 3, Alien 3, number 4, Alien Resurrection, number 5, AVP Requiem, and then number 6 is AVP. In a couple weeks, we're going to be jumping back in, talking about Prometheus, which is Ridley Scott's return to the franchise, a movie that is very divisive when it comes to fans of the Alien franchise, because Ridley Scott came out pretty much initially when this was being, marketed, that it wasn't an Alien movie, but that would all change. But that's in a couple weeks, because next week we got a surprise guest, and guess what? We're not even going to announce it.
I'm scared. Hold my hand.
We're going to have a special guest on. We don't know what the movie is yet, so it's all big old surprise. It's going to be a good time. So stay tuned for that. Make sure to follow us at Dissect That Film on all the socials and all that fun stuff. Make sure to follow Dan and Angela on all their socials down below in the description. Make sure if you listen to us on whatever podcast service you listen to us on, make sure to rate and review us. Leave us 5 stars. That would be great. It helps us. All the reviews and the ratings help us get, into more people's ears, because we've been seeing some great numbers, and we want to continue that great trend. We want to get more people. We love all the people that have been listening to us for as long as you have. We'd love to get some new people in here as well. What else we got? You guys got anything before we go?
Not really. I'm just excited to see Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
I think even though I know this week it's the time of the recording is Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for Cocaine Bear more, and then and then 65
drugs,
because I think 65 will be a movie that's not afraid to shoot and kill dinosaurs. Fuck you, Jurassic World. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, as I said, we record these all kind of in advance, so we're gonna get some fresh cuts out to you. We're gonna try to get you a. I'm not even gonna talk about it, because this, like I said, this episode's gonna be way in advance, so to kind of confuse people, and I don't want to do that. So
Yes.
next week we're gonna have a special guest on, so stay tuned for that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. This is somebody that we've been wanting to get on the show for a very long time. We talk about him a lot on the show, so you can kind of figure it out from there. I think that's about it, guys.
I think so.
All right. Well, until next time, I am Brett Parker. That is Dan and Angela of DNA Gaming. We are Dissect That Film, and this has been the Dissect That Film podcast, episode 95. We'll see you all again next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.